It's geek time, guys.
I'm Adriana.
And I'm Emma, and today we are going to be doing a predictions episode on the new Fantastic Beasts, which is, I believe, being released globally today.
What? Oh, haha. Struggling.
I think, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, and
Savannah, you know, happy birthday.
happy birthday. Her birthday was on Tuesday.
Yeah, a couple days ago, but we love her.
So we wanted to celebrate her birthday. Yay, confetti!
We should have gotten real confetti. That would have been fun.
That would have been awesome.
But yeah, so happy birthday, and
yeah.
thank you for all you do for us. Since you're like, you basically do everything behind the camera. So
yeah,
thank you so much for that.
yeah.
So happy birthday.
Also, we would like to say thank you to everyone who filled out our feedback form that we have linked in the description. Thank you for your constructive criticism, and we will definitely be working to improve on those points.
We will.
So thank you for that. We do actually read them.
Yes, we do.
So
very good comments and like
yeah, we've gotten some great feedback. So thank you very much for that.
yeah. So we would like to do a Q&A because we did one at like the very beginning of our channel, and we thought it was really fun. So we'd like to do another one. If you guys could like leave some comments or questions in the comments below,
And you can also leave them in our social media. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So
yeah, and you can find our social media down in the description. So
yeah,
you need to know where to find it.
yeah. So
I
think that's all.
yeah, that is all. All right, cool.
So like we said before, we're doing some predictions for the new Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald.
So excited.
Yeah,
I need
can't
to
wait to go see it.
It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp is great. I'm so excited that he's in this movie.
Eddie Redmayne is great.
Yes, he is.
And Jude Law is great. They're all
Yes,
great.
They're all
I'm
great.
kidding.
They're
They're all great.
It's gonna be a good movie. That's just how it works.
It's gonna be.
Ezra Miller.
It's going to be
Miller.
a fantastic movie. Bad puns, guys. Bad puns.
Very bad puns. Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
So there have been a lot of trailers released, whether they're like short ads that you see on TV or they're like the official Comic-Con trailer. I thought that one was really
That
cool.
one was really good. I liked that one.
And then just the other official trailers. There have been a lot of trailers, so we just kind of looked up some of them and
Got some notes.
you know, made some theories, took some notes on what is going to happen in the next movie. And of course, it is extremely hard to actually predict what's going to happen. If you don't believe us, go watch our Infinity War prediction.
We
It
were
was
so
horrible.
off. So off. But it was fun to make those predictions. So
Yeah, so
we need to make some more for.
we need to maybe
Part two.
get better at making predictions.
Yeah. That
But
would
I think the more new movies that come out that we really like sequels and stuff,
Yeah,
I think
better.
the more we'll get better at
Yeah.
it because we'll learn to like predict the movie franchise's minds and stuff.
That sounded so weird.
I know.
Okay.
I'm weird, okay?
Alright. So, do you have anything that you want to point out first?
The first time I saw the trailer and Hedwig's theme started playing, I like literally got the chills.
Moment of silence for Hedwig. Okay.
So like I literally got the chills, and then like that zoom in on Hogwarts that they have in all of the trailers.
So amazing.
Like it's like
It chills. Like
So-
basically the entire trailer, you just get chills.
right, because like the
It's
music
so
in
good.
the background is so epic,
And
and
then like the scenes they
it's
show
so
you are just like so like
suspenseful.
what's gonna happen?
it's so suspenseful, but then it's like, no, it's not the actual movie. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be such a fun movie to watch.
It's gonna be right. So.
Or when we go and watch it. It's already out.
So.
Technically.
Yeah. I have a lot of stuff written down.
I have quite a few things. I think one of the biggest things, like going off the posters of the movie rather than the trailer for a second, they're all wearing like super black colors. Like they're all wearing like black and they're all just like really like dark. And so I'm like super excited to just, because it just seems so mysterious. So I'm really excited to see how that like plays into it, because I feel like, and then there's the moment in the trailer where with Tina where she's like up by the statue and like she's like.
The statue moves, by the way.
Yes.
In case you didn't notice that, the statue moves.
It does move.
It's just like a random thing I noticed while watching your trailers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like really.
I feel like they're like.
I feel like
it's like the wizarding world of like a spy mission.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure. I'm
Just saying, that's what it seems like. Like, there's a safe house in Paris. Like, I feel like it's like a spy thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that. I don't know. But yeah, so I feel like it's gonna be like really. I feel like the main thing is just people, like, you're not gonna know whose side they're on unless they like really show you, because it just seems like everyone's
like, I mean, obviously Grindelwald is on Grindelwald's side.
Well, right, and then you have like Newt and Dumbledore working like against him, but I feel like everyone else, like besides like
between.
Yeah, like I feel like you won't
like
sure
Jacob obviously
is on Newt's
doesn't
side.
Want to eliminate all the Muggles, seeing as he
is
probably is one.
But like everyone else, like Tina and Queenie and like all of them, they just seem so like in the trailers, like in all of them, they seem so mysterious that it just, I don't know, it's like you don't really know which side they're on. I feel like that'll be something like a lot of like, not necessarily betrayals, but like gonna be some shifting of sides.
Yeah,
lot,
and like
so.
Oh gosh, what was the word I was gonna use? I was gonna use like a really smart word for describing that. Some backstabbing and.
That's what I was looking for. Okay.
There's another word I was gonna use. I don't remember what it was, but it was going to be epic. I don't know why I say that so much now. Anyway.
I have no idea.
So.
What else?
In the official Comic-Con trailer, I feel, doesn't it start out with Newt, like young Newt saying like, "I'm scared, Professor," or something?
Was it young Newt who said it? Because I don't know if it was him or like the person in front of him.
I'm pretty sure it was, because
I don't know.
Newt's the main character, right? So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was him. Anyway, so I thought it was interesting that. So we see his Dementor, and I thought it was interesting that it was like a desk, and he was scared of having to work in an office. Like, that's what he's most afraid of.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's not afraid of creatures because he loves creatures. Right?
And I feel like that's why Dumbledore reached out to him in the first place, because it's like, and well, obviously there's probably like a whole trust thing, which I'm excited, that's why I'm excited that we get some of the backstory, because I feel like you're going to find out why Newt and Dumbledore have like this relationship with each other. Because it seems like, I don't know, sometimes in the trailers it seems like they're like really old friends, but then in other times it's like, he's like, why, like, Newt's like super confused, and so it seems like he's like surprised that Dumbledore like asked him for help. So I'm excited to see what it actually is, because like I feel like it'll be different, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why Dumbledore will be like, you're the only one who can do this, because like you don't want a desk job, you
want to be out in the world experiencing things, not sitting at a desk. Obviously our job is not a desk job, but
it's fine.
But like he doesn't want to be stuck sitting around doing paperwork. And that kind of makes me think back to the moment when he was brought into Tina's office at like the wand permit place in the first movie, and he looked so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I would become uncomfortable in his situation anyway, but then seeing like what his Bogart is, I feel like that space would have made him like nervous. Not because he's afraid of desks, but because he's afraid of that kind of environment where he has to sit at a desk and do something.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I feel like that might have been, I mean, obviously you're uncomfortable, you just got arrested by someone who can't legally arrest you, but anyway, you just got arrested and you're like, I don't know. So I feel like beside that, like, I feel like that would make him uncomfortable.
Right. Something I noticed in one of the trailers, I can't remember which one it was, but there was obviously the scene with like Grindelwald and like the blue flames around him. But if you posited just the right moment in this one trailer, you can see Queenie inside the flames and she's like devastated over something. So I am like thinking that something that's gonna happen is like Grindelwald captures Queenie or like finds her or something and then tortures her, which could lead to her like maybe like switching sides a little bit. I don't know, because I feel like he would try and blackmail her because it's Grindelwald. I feel like that's something that most villains do, is just blackmail.
Evil.
So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but like that just caught my eye when I was looking through it because I like
did notice that. So that shows you how attentive I am.
Well,
but speaking of Queenie, I noticed in one of the trailers, I think it was the Comic-Con one, but it's like raining or something.
and she's like out
and
in the
she's like
streets and she's
covering
like,
her ears, screaming, and I feel like that's a similar reaction to when people heard Voldemort speak in their minds. So I'm wondering if Grindelwald has like a similar ability where he can like project his thoughts into people's heads, and he might be like
controlling her in a way.
yeah, or like just like threatening her.
Yeah. And see, that's where
Or creeping her out, obviously. Like, I would be creeped out if Grindelwald's voice started talking in my brain.
Yeah, that'd be creepy. But I feel like that's kind of going along with, like, the torturing her. So I feel like maybe they play into each other.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, something like that. Good catch, though. I didn't even, like, really... I just felt bad for her. I was like, Queenie's, struggling with something, and it was like... But...
I feel like in the trailer there were a lot of, like iconic quotes.
Yeah, there were a lot of
so like those are probably going to be the quotes that you and I quote all the time.
So like, ready for it. New quotes added to our imaginary
our
quote
plethora.
book.
Like I feel like one of probably the most iconic quotes I heard in the trailers was "Join me or die."
I know,
like,
that's going to be like a
that was like the most
thing.
Like impactful quote that I heard. And obviously there are other things where like Lita Lestrange says to Newt, "You're too kind, you never met a monster you couldn't love."
See, that's what I'm like, that's another thing that just gonna branch off a little bit here. Credence. Everything is just around Credence right now.
Well, yeah.
Like, which makes sense because it wasn't the first movie also. Or at least some of it was. But like...
But we didn't really know it was about him.
Right. So I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be like so much of Credence because like one of the main things that he like, or one of the only things he says in the trailer is, I want to know who I am or something. Or like I don't know. He asked a question about like who he was. I want to know who I am. I think that's what it was. But I feel like that's just going to like set everything off. So...
Yeah.
And then there's the whole fact that like everyone's going to Paris. That's like a huge thing that's like in all of
What's in Paris? A safe house. You know, for a cup of tea. See, we're already quoting the movie. We're already quoting the movie, and we haven't even seen it yet.
Let's go, great guys, great sign. But like, I don't know. I feel like Paris is just gonna be a huge thing, which is great because I mean I love Paris.
I love Paris too. It was so cool to go there.
I'm kind of excited to see how they use Paris. But little backstory on this from J.K. Rowling in one of the trailers that I was watching. Like they had the cast members kind of give you some background, but basically Grindelwald's been in York, and then they decided to move him to Europe so he could be tried for his crimes. And then he escapes, and that's when he does like in the trailer. That's when the Joy me or you will die
carriage.
Yeah.
And like it floods and the guy like inside like drowns or something.
Something like that.
I wasn't really sure what was happening because it just like filled up with water for a second and he went, oh, and then it cut away and I was like,
yeah, so
did he die? Is he still alive? He's probably dead. It's Grindelwald. But yeah, I thought that was like a really cool moment in the trailer when he escaped. I was like, that just like shows you how powerful he is he's incapacitated. He's probably chained up. He's got two wands pointing at him, and he still manages to escape and kill everyone on the carriage.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I would not be able to do that.
yeah, neither would I, and I don't think I would want to.
No.
So, the thing, but I think that's cool. And then, I don't know, I feel like Grindelwald's main goal is to get to Credence, and that's something that Dumbledore says in one of the trailers, is like, Credence doesn't know who he is, so you need to find him first, or something like that. Mm-hmm. Something along those lines. So I feel like Credence is going to be like the main decider of like this whole outcome, which would make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm also really Nagini. I just don't know.
I don't know
what she's gonna do. Like I can't. Like in all the trailers, she's just so like she doesn't
really say much.
Yeah. So you just don't know what's gonna happen with her, and it's like so annoying.
It's like, so is she dating Credence, or is she just like there?
There was like, I don't even know. I think it was like in one of the trailers I was watching, it seemed like Grindelwald was talking to Hermione, was like Credence will follow you to me or something. So I feel like maybe she's in league with Grindelwald, in which case, you know, bad news, because Credence is hanging out with her for a majority of the movie. At least that's what it looks like in the trailers. So I feel like she's also going to be like, I feel like she's going to kind of, so I feel like Credence is going to be like the person that like decides the fate of everyone, but I feel like Nagini is going to be the one influencing Credence. So really she's kind of in charge of it. So I don't know. She just, I can't, I don't know what she's there for. I don't know her role yet, and it kind of bugs me, because it's like, I mean, you don't know what a lot of their roles are, but like, I don't know.
I thought something I'm actually kind of excited about to see is Nicholas Flamel, because he shows up in it, and you know, Jacob's of course really awkward. Are you a ghost? No, I'm alive, but you know, I'm immortal, so.
And then he like shook his hand. And
you don't look a day over 380.
375.
375.
It was pretty funny. I'm so excited for Jacob, honestly. Like, he's so fun. What else?
Obviously, you know, there's this whole thing going around the internet. How can they operate inside Hogwarts and stuff like that? Because that's like at the very beginning of the trailer, and they're like, well, Dumbledore said that you can't operate inside Hogwarts. But that was also when Dumbledore was headmaster.
See, I wonder if, like, maybe the apparition thing came...
Dumbledore did that.
Yeah, I think. After,
like Dumbledore instituted that.
Like, maybe after that he was like, okay, maybe Hogwarts needs some more, like...
protection.
Yeah.
So nobody can just, like, show up like Grindelwald, for instance.
That would...
But like, I feel like Dumbledore, when he became headmaster, probably instituted that in Hogwarts, so that can calm everybody down. No, they're not breaking the laws of magic. It wasn't instituted yet, so...
Or at least that's our belief. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, maybe Dumbledore instituted that because he knows that dark wizards are out there, like Grindelwald and Voldemort, and
he's like preventing anything.
And so he wants them to not be able to operate inside Hogwarts and attack the students because, you know, he loves the students.
Yeah.
So.
That's another thing. I'm really excited to see Dumbledore's like kind of secrecy and stuff, because like at that point he's like, or in like one of the trailers he's like talked to Newt, and then like after they do the operating into Hogwarts and stuff, and then he's like, well, if you've ever had the pleasure to
teaching Newt, you would know he's not a great follower of instruction.
So I'm like really excited to see like how he like operates things from like where he is. So I don't know.
I think I actually have a theory on that. So you know, in like part of the trailer, when Newt is like assembling that postcard that says Paris.
Yes.
I feel like Dumbledore or one of, you know, Dumbledore's supporters like planted a ripped up postcard in like a crime scene or something that they knew that they knew Newt would show up at, and that they knew he was smart enough to like look for that kind of clues. So he reassembled the thing and knows somebody wants me to go to Paris, and it's somebody I know because they knew I would be here.
Right.
And so I feel like that was kind of his instructions. And then later he would meet up with Dumbledore and his suspicions being confirmed, Dumbledore giving him
The safe house.
the safe, here's an address for a safe house in Paris. And then he's like, because he's saying Paris, and that's what was on the postcard, he knows, okay, it's safe to go there because this is from Dumbledore and it's not a plant from Grindelwald.
That sounds pretty legit.
I mean, I obviously could be totally wrong, but I think that was interesting because, like, you know, you just kind of see him assembling it and you're wondering, how did he get it? I'm really struggling today. How did
English.
he get it? Who put it there? Stuff like that. So I think that was just my thoughts on that.
Yeah. I'm also excited to see Lita's role because, like, the only prediction I have based around her is that she's going to decide that she wants to help Newt, but then I feel like she's gonna, like, kind of, like, back out a little bit, or at least, like, go away.
Something interesting was it said Grindelwald had a vision that he would, like,
Rise above.
rise above the wizarding community or something like that. And I was like, what kind of vision? Like, is it the kind of thing that you see in a pensive, or
Is it more of, like...
is it like one of those things Harry experiences where he, like, gets inside Voldemort's brain? Maybe
Right.
there's someone out there that Grindelwald can get inside their brain and, like,
I wonder...
see the future, or, like...
I wonder if it's not even, like, a vision. I wonder
Or
if
if
he's
it's a
just, like,
prophecy.
so mad that he's, like... Not mad as in, like, upset, but, like, mad as in crazy, that he, like, comes up with this vision, and
Or
then,
it's like a prophecy. Like, you know
True.
how in Order of the Phoenix there was the crystal ball that had Voldemort and Harry's prophecy, and that's what Voldemort was basing all of it off of, and that's why he
Right.
attacked Harry.
Okay.
I'm wondering if a similar thing happened with Grindelwald, where he learns of or hears rumor of a prophecy and then goes to seek it out, and maybe he interprets it wrong, or maybe he's just making it up and saying that he heard it from a prophecy that he is going to win, and maybe he also is just making it up to get people to go to his side, because if he's going to be on top, they don't want to upset him.
Right. And
So
that's...
if he says it's a prophecy or it's a vision, people are more likely to believe it than just, like, saying it coming from yourself, because people know villains, if they say something, that doesn't always mean it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
if it's like a prophecy where it's definitely set in stone, I feel like more people are willing to believe that, and they might convert to Grindelwald's side just so that they're not on his bad side.
I mean, there was one point in the trailer where he's actually talking to, like, a muggle, and it's like, help, like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what he says, but he says something along the lines of, like, help me, and then when I, like, am in like, when I rule, you will, like, have an important place and stuff. So I feel like he's really manipulative.
Well, yeah,
Like,
most villains are.
well, I know, but, like, I feel like the way he does it, though, isn't necessarily, like, in a traditional way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's more, like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like he's more, like, not visual, but, like, he will set, like, a vision inside your head of what you will be once, like, the end happens. And I feel
Yeah,
like...
because he did that with Credence a little bit, because he was like, I sense magic in you, and if you help me, I will make you a wizard.
Exactly. So I feel
And
like
I will
that's
make
what
you
he's doing.
accepted in our wizarding community. So maybe he's doing that to someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. He's such a weird... Like, I mean, obviously he's a villain, so he's complex, and there's a lot of things happening that you don't know of until you watch the movie, which I haven't yet, because it just came out. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's all the stuff that I really wanted to touch on. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, there was something I noticed in the trailer. In a few of them, actually, there's like this big black cloth thing.
I take it you've heard the rumors.
Yeah,
it's like
what is
constantly
that?
floating around. Like, I have no idea what that is. Because it doesn't look like an obscurus, like Credence,
No.
because that's more like a liquid and it's got like red flashes in it, red and
Right.
orange flashes in it. But these just look like giant pieces of cloth.
It
And
like,
so I have no idea what it is, and I thought it was really
I
strange.
know.
Because there was one scene where it looked like the landscape was completely black, and then there were like cloth,
yeah, they were like rising up. It was
spinny
so
cloth
weird.
things. And I was like, what on
And
earth?
I don't know what they are, and it like, I feel like
I
they're
really
like,
want to know. 'Cause
yeah,
it seems
obviously.
like they're important.
yeah, it seems like they're a huge part of the movie because like they're in like every single one of the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one with the dancer where Lita is, like, but it's white, and then
Mhm.
there's like the other ones that are like black, and then there were some that are gray. So it's like there's just a bunch of them, and it's like they're all different colors.
Mhm.
It's like what is going on? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like those are going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but you're right. That was a very evident thing in the trailers.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know, because it looked like it kind of had the same motion as an obscurus, but not as violent.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it's still like something from a dark wizard or something that's like meant to kill people.
It probably
I don't know.
is. I mean, like who knows?
Who does know?
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited to see this movie.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be
super
so
excited.
great.
Mhm.
I'm so excited. The first one was awesome. Oh, quick thing, Theseus. Pretty excited for that. Not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be really awesome to see like him and Newt working side by side. Or
Yeah.
at least they do in
And
the
I
one
feel like-
scene. So
I feel like they very accurately portray that older sibling vibe. Like with Loki and Thor, like you just resent your older sibling because everybody thinks they're better than you. Like with this one, Theseus is this war hero, and Newt is just this little nerdy kid who loves animals.
magic zoology, right?
And like
So
I feel like they portrayed that in a great way that we will probably see a lot of Theseus and Newt like in conflict, and like in that awesome scene that we both love where
oh yes, it's so great.
Theseus gets all bound up and it's like that was probably the best moment of my life.
Yeah, that was pretty great, and I feel like that's something that like most siblings, especially like in movies like that, would like have fun doing, is just doing something like that to their sibling and being like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did that. So I don't
Yeah,
know, but
so-
that was hilarious. I can't wait to see that in the actual movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But then that cool like thing where they like both like punch the ground.
Oh, I
and
know,
got,
it's like-
fire. It's like so epic.
It
and,
looks so cool,
whoa.
and that's what I'm so excited for. That's like one of the main things that
Mhm.
I'm excited for to watch
Yeah.
the movie. So, because that's like in like all of the trailers, and I feel like it's like hit on a lot. So I really hope it's as epic in the movie as it is in the trailers.
Mhm.
Because I don't want it to be like this like really cool lead up in the trailers, and then in the movie it's just kind of like dead, and then it's like, oh, fire, and then back. I don't know. I really
Yeah.
hope it's like a cool thing throughout. But yeah, Crimes of Grindelwald, guys. It's gonna be so
It's
great.
gonna be epic. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to touch on. So
Same. Remember to fill out our feedback forms
in the description, follow us on social media. Occasionally we post things like when new videos are coming out, or one
Just
time we had like
updates.
a behind the scenes sort of thing. So
Yeah. So
follow us on social media, fill out our feedback form. If you haven't already, please subscribe and support us. We've gotten quite a few subscribers in the past month, so we're really happy about that, and we want to thank everyone who has subscribed for supporting us. And
yeah,
yeah, thanks guys.
thanks.
Geek out.